Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into something really personal and raw. We've got excerpts from the transcript of J.Donahue's official music video, UnAware. And our mission really is to unpack all these layers, the self-reflection, the struggle, and this powerful journey towards redemption you hear in the lyrics. What you're about to hear, it's like a window into a very personal story, laid bare through song. It's not just words, right? It feels like a confession, this internal fight and this push for change.
Absolutely. And music like this, especially lyrics this honest, they can give us such deep insights into, well, the human condition. We're going to look at how J. Donahue uses certain phrases and, themes that keep coming up to really paint a picture of their inner world and let's say, the complicated path they're on. It's quite something.
Yeah, get ready. We're exploring some deep honesty, some tough admissions, but also these surprising sort of glimmers of hope in there too. Okay, so let's get into it. The lyrics kick off with this immediate feeling of like outside pressure, but also inner chaos. The artist says point blank, your actions got to change, the drinking, the attitude, it all got to stop. And the title, Unaware, you hear it right away. I feel like you're not aware of your actions. It just sets that conflict up instantly.
Right. And what's really fascinating, I think, is the admission that comes next. So raw. I feel victim to a dictator. And it's right there with shitty HF commitment issue and that really stark line, so it's hard for me to give a damn. The way it's phrased, almost breathless, it just gives you the sense of being totally overwhelmed. Like they're caught in this loop of self-sabotage, relationships, addiction. It's all tangled.
Yeah, it really feels like one thing feeds the other.
Exactly. And it makes escape seem almost impossible, which brings up a big question, doesn't it? How much does just being self-aware actually help when you're fighting issues this deep?
That's a really good point. Is it like, are they figuring this out as they write or looking back on how unaware they were? And they even admit to this stubbornness, right? I'm so stubborn I throw caution to the wind, which sounds like, throwing caution to the wind, acting recklessly. Yeah, and that stubbornness, it seems like it cuts both ways for them based on later lines too.
Okay, so we've got this base of unawareness, this internal conflict. What happens when that unawareness bleeds into how they see the world? This leads to that really powerful theme of disillusionment. There's that refrain that keeps coming back, almost like a mantra from their past state of mind, reflecting that unawareness.
Yes, those lines, money don't heal the pain, friends don't stay the same, and don't stop the rain. Wow. It's such a stark realization, isn't it? The usual fixes, the external stuff, it just doesn't work for deep pain. It kind of exposes this idea that you can just find comfort in those things. It forces the artist, and us listening, I think, to face the idea that the real work is internal. It's a tough truth to swallow. So how do they deal with that? And, people judging them, they say, they label me a fuck-up. I don't even care. I just wrote another blunt and put it in the air. It's almost like defiance becomes its own coping mechanism, that I don't even care. What do you make of that jump?
Well, it's pretty classic, isn't it? That outward, yeah, whatever, shrug, it hides the hurt. But the act itself, rolling the blunt, putting it in the air, it becomes like a shield, even if it's temporary. What's interesting is that it's not just giving up. It's an active defiance against that label, fuck up. It shows this kind of resilience, maybe a self-destructive kind at this point, but resilience nonetheless.
Okay, so to really get the journey, we need to look at where they came from. The roots. J.Donahue was direct about it. I grew up in the gutter, and I got it out the mud.
Yeah, that origin story is crucial. And the line that don't make it fair, it connects that tough start to this feeling of injustice, maybe even explaining some past choices. And then, on the wrong side of heaven, I'm from the P-part town, all we heavy, they ain't part of me now.
Yeah, that paints such a picture, doesn't it? P-part town, all we heavy, suggests a really difficult background, maybe some shady stuff. But the key part is, they ain't part of me now. That's a deliberate break, isn't it?
A conscious decision.
Right. A hard-won separation from that past environment, those people. It makes you think about how much our beginnings shape us and what it takes to actually change that path.
And it's not just the environment. Family plays a big role, too. You see this contrast. There's the mother who seems supportive despite the stubbornness. Ask my mother, I'm so stubborn, I can't lie. That's why I love her, because sometimes I need to. But then there's family B who just label me a fuck-up.
Yeah.
That duality, support, and judgment from people close to you. And then there's that past relationship mentioned. I swear the grass got greener after fucking with you. We went through Hinback, but returned for a few. I swear I almost lost it all just trying to be co.
That's really potent stuff. It sounds like a difficult, maybe toxic back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hang back, where maybe they lost themselves trying to fit in, be cool, and it almost cost them everything.
Yeah, but the grass got greener part is interesting.
Exactly. It suggests that getting through that, however painful, actually led to growth. Maybe the lessons learned in that difficulty were the catalyst. Shows how even bad experiences can, push you forward sometimes.
So, despite all that struggle, the disillusionment, the past, there's this definite shift towards redemption. It's really clear. The artist says, "My life changed, and I'm thankful I don't sit back and home." That sounds like taking action, not just thinking about it. Oh, absolutely. And when you connect that to the line, "On this road to redemption, I'm just trying to save my soul," that's powerful. It's an explicit declaration of purpose. They know it's hard. When you start on the bottom, you got a long way to go. But there's this real commitment there, moving from unaware to, like, intentional change.
And you see that intention in different ways, right? Like living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Which just speaks to hanging on.
Yeah.
And forgiving all my enemies, plus that focus. It's all about the positive, stop wasting all my energy. It's like a whole mindset shift.
Yeah, and what I really appreciate is how grounded it stays. A work in progress, I'm just trying to improve. There's no pretense of being fixed. It's ongoing. And even that line about maybe changing their name and disappearing in Tennessee.
Right. What do you think that symbolizes?
I mean, it just shows how intense that desire for a fresh start is, doesn't it? Like wanting to completely shed that old identity and just begin again. It speaks volumes about the weight of the past.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you listening in? J.Donahue's lyrics in UnAware, they really take us on this incredibly raw journey. From deep addiction, self-sabotage, feeling unaware, disillusioned, through a really tough past, all the way to this ongoing determined road to redemption. It really shows the power of looking inward and the hard work of growth.
Yeah, this dive into the lyrics, it just highlights how these personal stories, even in songs, can tap into something universal. Facing your own shadows, trying to change, J.Donahue's honesty about the unawareness bit, and then the steps toward redemption. It's a real display of vulnerability, and I think courage.
For you, our listener, maybe think about this. How much do our habits, our backgrounds, maybe blind us sometimes, influence our own unawareness, and just how powerful that choice can be to actually start on a road to redemption, even when it feels like there's such a long way to go? What small steps towards maybe greater self-awareness could you think about today? What personal road to redemption might you be on or thinking about starting?